Welcome to Dream Carriage. I'm so glad you're here tonight, ready to set aside the weight of the day and drift with me into a place of stillness and calm. This channel is your gentle carriage into dreams, a safe space where every story is told slowly, softly, and always with your rest in mind. If this is your first time listening, I invite you to gently press subscribe, so each evening you'll find a new story waiting for you, like a quiet ritual at the close of day. Together these stories can become a familiar pathway, guiding you into peace, into deep sleep, and into dreams that feel like home. Tonight we will step outside into a quiet night, beneath a sky full of patient stars. Their steady light has been shining for longer than any worry you may have carried here, and under them you will find the safety and gentleness you need to let go. A soft blanket waits across a wooden chair. The air carries the faint scent of pine and distant water. The earth itself holds a warmth, as though the sunlight of the day has folded itself and stayed behind just for you. Here, beneath the quiet stars, you will lie back, breathe more deeply, and let the night hold you. There is no need to count the hours, no need to measure the distance. All you must do is rest and let the story carry you toward sleep. Before we wander further beneath the stars, let us prepare the body to rest. Take a slow breath in through the nose, cool and calm. Hold it for a gentle moment, and then exhale softly, longer than the inhale. With each release, imagine the day falling away, like a ribbon loosening at last. Again, breathe in quietly, fill the chest with air, and breathe out slowly, letting tension drift away. Now, bring your attention to the crown of your head. Picture a wave of ease brushing lightly across your scalp, smoothing every thought. Let that wave travel down, softening your forehead, loosening the small lines around your eyes. Feel your eyelids grow heavier, relaxed, as though they are being cradled by the night itself. Your jaw unclenches, the tongue rests easily, your lips part slightly, your face open and calm. With your next breath, let your shoulders drop lower, as though laying down a burden. Your arms grow heavy and loose, your hands resting where they choose, fingers unwound, as if they too are breathing. Notice your chest rising and falling like the tide, slow, certain, unhurried. Deep below, your belly softens, warm and free, remembering comfort. The gentle rhythm of your breath carries this ease down into your hips, into your thighs, your knees, your calves. Every exhale melts them deeper into the surface beneath you. At last, your feet relax, heavy and grounded, as though the earth itself is holding them kindly. Around you, imagine the quiet sounds of night, the hush of a distant creek, the delicate song of crickets, the glow of moonlight lying softly across the grass. The whole world is preparing for rest, and you are part of it. There is no need to try. With each breath, you are already drifting further into stillness, safe, held, ready to be carried by the story. The sky above this evening has chosen to be generous. It does not offer just darkness, but a polished depth scattered with countless steady lights, each star older, calmer, more enduring than any thought that lingers in your mind. When you step outside, it is as if you are entering a vast library, where every page has been opened to the same story of peace. The air is cool, carrying the faint fragrance of pine and the distant memory of water. A wooden chair waits nearby, and draped across it is a blanket that has stored the day's warmth, like sunlight folded carefully and saved just for now. As you lift it, the fabric sighs softly, a release of comfort that has been waiting for you. You spread the blanket across the grass and settle onto it. The ground welcomes you with its own hush, still warm beneath your palms. The earth leaning back against you, the way a loyal companion might. Around the edges of the yard, hedges stand as gentle guardians, keeping their counsel quietly. Beyond them, open meadows drift into a forest that gathers night, the way a harbor gathers boats, one by one, safely, patiently. Above, the stars shine as though they have never left. Some are familiar, old friends of childhood nights. Others are new, just now arriving in your awareness. With patience, your eyes adjust, and more of the sky comes forward. A faint cluster here, a graceful arc there, even the delicate stroke of light from a distant traveler passing through. You inhale, the cool air entering with the flavor of grass. You exhale, and your shoulders know how to follow, softening without question. Each breath becomes like a quiet oar stroke on the still water of a hidden lake. With time, your body begins to learn the lake's gentle rhythm, and your thoughts, like small boats, drift slowly into their safe moorings. A small wooden table rests nearby, and on it a thermos of chamomile tea keeps its quiet promise. When you pour, the liquid moves slowly, steam lifting in a silver ribbon that twists upward and then dissolves into the night. The cup warms your hands perfectly. Not too hot, not too cool. You take a sip, and the flavors arrive in gentle layers. Honey, a touch of apple peel, and something like meadow air, soft and clean. With each swallow comes a reminder that rest has been waiting all along, patient, polite, needing only your notice. The world around you joins in this stillness. A bird shifts from one branch to another with no sense of a hurry, only a small adjustment. Crickets form their calm choir, each voice small but certain, arranging themselves into a rhythm that sounds like the heartbeat of the night. Beyond the hedge, a creek works steadily, smoothing its stones, promising to continue that work long after you have closed your eyes. Above, the stars do not comment. Their silence is the kind that encourages every other sound to speak in its own gentle way. You follow a constellation with your eyes, tracing its arc across the darkness. It looks different from how you remembered it, not because the stars have changed, but because you have. You see now with the wider gaze that notices detail and kindness in the same breath. Wonder rises in you, not the kind that demands answers, but the kind that expands quietly, filling space without needing to be measured. You lie back fully, the blanket beneath you and the sky above you, becoming the only frame that matters. Your breath turns into a simple metronome, steady and soft. One hand rests on your belly, the other by your side, both finding their ease without effort. The grass carries hints of mint and wild clover. The earth beneath you offers contrast, cool under your shoulders, warmer beneath your hips, like a sentence that knows how to end with gentleness. Along the western horizon, a low ridge of cloud drifts slowly, undecided in its purpose. It does not threaten rain. It simply considers, then returns to ornament. As it slips across a scatter of stars, they dim for a moment, then reappear, like candles stirred by a faint breeze before remembering their flame. In the east, a pale dusting begins to show itself, the first suggestion of the Milky Way. You do not strain to see it, you allow it to arrive in its own time. And it does, unfolding softly, as though the sky is exhaling. You think of the patience of light, how it travels years to reach your eyes, and in that thought, you find kinship with its journey. The day you lived has been many things, bright, busy, quiet, uneven, and now it has drawn itself down to this, a person resting under a sky that asks nothing more of you than to be here. There is no need to count the stars. Tonight, you are among what is being counted, included in the vast roll call of night. On the small table, a candle waits inside a glass jar. You strike a match, and the flame steadies itself quickly, not too eager, not too faint. The glass gathers its glow and spreads a halo across the grass. Moths appear, hover, then move along, each free to choose. The candle does not mind. You cup your hands around the jar, feeling warmth and the small tremor of the flame before setting it back down. The jar's shadow stretches out on the blanket, a taller and gentler version of itself. The constellation you were tracing earlier seems to shift, tilting just slightly. Or perhaps it is you who has tilted. A new star comes forward, unnoticed until now, settling beside the others like a quiet companion. Together, they suggest a shape you cannot quite name, and not knowing feels restful. You let it remain nameless, a beauty that exists without translation. You take another sip of tea, and this time the flavor is rounder, fuller, a calm weather moving through your chest, steady and untroubled. Across the yard, a hammock sways though no one lies within it, the wind writing its quiet script across the fabric. You imagine yourself there, rocking gently, and in that imagining your body begins to copy the motion. Your neck loosens. The small muscles around your eyes drift into softness. Your jaw remembers how to unfurl. In this ease, memories rise, but they arrive wearing softer shoes. A walk taken long ago beneath another star-filled sky. A conversation that ended in shared, quiet, rather than words. The face of someone you love, resting in lamplight. Each memory bows politely, then takes its place among the chorus of crickets. At the hedge line, a fox moves lightly, its paws a whisper against the grass. It belongs entirely to its errands, yet for a moment it pauses, turning its gaze toward you. The stillness in your body, the kindness in your breath, speak a language the fox understands. It accepts your presence, acknowledges you as another creature of the night, and then slips onward, untroubled. The stars seem to approve, though they say nothing, their silence an endless agreement. You draw the blanket higher across your chest, feeling its woven kindness settle into place. The candle flame lowers itself modestly, whether from a small breeze or from the courtesy flames sometimes practice. Overhead, the Milky Way is clearer now, no longer a suggestion, but a gentle river of light flowing across the sky. You choose a single star and give it your attention. In that act of noticing, the world at once narrows and expands. Time adjusts itself to the right size, and the breath becomes longer, deeper, almost infinite. If there were a story being told, here it would be the quietest one. Perhaps you are a child again on a back step, cheeks cool in the night air, listening to a parent read from a book where nothing bad ever happens. Or perhaps you are older, and the sky has become the book itself. Each page turns slowly, each line written in starlight. Either way, the plot is simple, and it is enough. This breath, this moment, this gentle company. You close your eyes, yet the stars remain, imprinted gently behind your eyelids, like after images entrusted with the task of softening thought. The edges of your mind blur. The distance between noticing and resting grows smaller, until the two nearly become the same. Your shoulders sink more deeply. Your hands find their natural place, one across your chest, one by your side, and the message in their stillness is clear. This is enough. The crickets continue, patient and steady, their song more like breath than sound. Downstream, the creek turns another page of water, over and over, always the right page, always in rhythm. When you open your eyes again, a meteor draws a polite, unhurried line across the northern sky. You accept its gift without a wish, because wishing would be more than the night requires. Gratitude, smaller and quieter, feels more fitting. A nearby oak lets go of a single leaf. It drifts gently downward, unhurried, and lands with a sound so soft it feels almost imagined. Punctuation at the end of a sentence that does not need ending. You pour the last of the tea into your cup, and though it is not much, it is enough. The thermos is lighter now, its duty complete. You set the cup aside and place both hands over your heart, not to hold anything, but to acknowledge what has always been here without needing to be held. Your breath and the stars fall into the same rhythm. It is not yet called sleep. It is called almost. Almost is generous. It welcomes you to its edge and then promises to do the rest on your behalf. The candle has burned low, a pearl of light within its jar. You lower the lid gently, and the flame accepts its ending without protest, passing its glow back into the dark. A ribbon of smoke unwinds slowly, dissolving into the night sky, joining the greater ribbon of stars above. For a moment, the sky seems to lean closer, or perhaps it is you who leans nearer. As the boundary between earth and heaven grows thinner, you stretch once, the way a cat stretches when it knows it belongs, every movement slow and certain. Then you curl to one side, and the blanket follows the gentle curves of your body, shaping itself to your rest. The grass beneath you has learned your outline and holds it kindly. Overhead, the stars go on, doing what stars have always done. The crickets do not falter. The creek flows steadily on, smoothing stone after stone. Even the oak waits, deciding to keep its next leaf for dawn. Your breath has found its simplest rhythm now, effortless, steady, as though an unseen oar is moving on its own across the still water of night. In this ease, there is no need to remember or to plan, no need to hold on to thought. Everything around you, near and far, is already holding you. And then comes the final noticing, not quite a thought, more like the soft echo of one. It tells you that you are among friends. The sky above, the air around, the quiet lights far away, the small voices nearby. They ask nothing of you but your being here. You realize you are exactly where night wanted you to be. Your eyes close, once more, this time without effort, and the quiet that has been waiting patiently at your side steps across the threshold, becoming the quiet within you. Beneath the generous, patient stars, you rest. The night has settled fully now, wrapping the world in its deep, unbroken calm. The stars above keep their silent watch, 1,000 gentle lanterns burning without need of flame. Around you, the earth holds steady, offering its warmth beneath the blanket, its coolness in the air. Everything is balanced. Everything is enough. The candle is gone, the tea is finished, and still the rhythm continues. Your breath, the crickets, the flowing creek, each voice blending into a lullaby that has no beginning and no end. You are no longer separate from this song. You are part of it, carried by it, safe within it. In and out, in and out. The breath has become a tide, gentle and sure. Each exhale drifts further, carrying you towards sleep. Each inhale arrives as softly as starlight. The body grows lighter, the edges of thought softer, the distance between waking and dreaming smaller and smaller, until the difference hardly matters at all. Let yourself go now, as leaves let go when the time is right, as rivers release their waters to the sea, as night releases its gift of rest. There is nothing more to hold, nothing more to do. Sleep is here already, moving toward you as naturally as the stars turning overhead. Let it come. Let it cover you gently, the way the blanket covers your body, the way the sky covers the earth. You are safe. You are held. And under the quiet stars, you drift at last into sleep.